When I told Lynda.com that I wanted to include a video on installing Facebook apps, they said, well, doesn't everybody already know how to install an app? I mean, if they're on a computer. And actually, no, because we're not talking about normal apps that you would just double-click an exe file or a DMG file in your operating system. I'm talking about specific apps that only run inside Facebook. They're called Facebook apps. You can install apps on your personal profile, and you can install apps on your page. So let me show you how you would find an app and install it and configure it. First, where do you see the list of available apps? Again, it's a hidden URL. You could go to, after you log into your personal account, come up here under the search field. And if you just start typing, like let's say that you wanted something to do with newsletter sign up. If I start typing up newsletter, you'll see that it starts divvying up the search results into apps and pages. So if I just come right down here and say, see more results for news, then I come to the Facebook search page, which is a hidden URL, facebook.com/search. You don't see a search link basically anywhere here. The idea is that you come over here and click apps, and now you can search for an app. So if I said, I want to find an app having to do with photos, then it would show me a list of apps having to do with photos. So these are not apps for Mac or PCs. These are apps for Facebook. But I think a better way to find apps for your page is to do it via the admin panel in your page itself. So I already have that pulled up here for Bliss number 5, clicked Edit Page, and I came down here to Apps. There are already some default apps that get installed whenever you create a page that come with the page that you are already familiar with, like uploading photos or notes. Remember when we did the video on using notes? If you choose Go to App, you'll see the Notes interface that has been installed in Bliss number 5's page, where I can create a new note, I can look at old notes, and so on. So Notes is actually a default app that comes with every page. So photos, notes, video, links, and events, those are all default apps where we weren't able to cover each one of these in this video title, but we did cover a couple of them, and I think that you know how to explore the rest on your own. We have an additional one at the bottom of this list called TweetDeck that got installed because in a previous video, when I showed how to add your Facebook page to TweetDeck, it had to actually install the TweetDeck app in Facebook. And at the time, I went ahead and gave it permission to do so, and that's why it's appearing here. Now, if you want to browse more apps for your page, what I recommend you do is click this link down here. So go to Admin, click Apps on the left-hand side, and then at the bottom, click Browse More Applications. And now you're brought to a much more friendly search page for apps. And if you want, you might want to bookmark this as well, facebook.com/appsdirectory.php. So this could take, a couple weeks to explore fully. You could look at the ones featured by Facebook, apps things that you may like based on the different kinds of content that you already have on your site. You can look at different categories, like all the business apps and so on. Let's do one as a test. I want to find an app that I saw somebody else use called LinkedIn. It lets you add a link that will show your LinkedIn profile in your Facebook page, which is cool, especially if you're a one-person business. Now, I see one here called LinkedIn, but I don't see one called LinkedIn for Pages. That's actually the name of the app that I want. So I'll see if I can find it in the search field. LinkedIn for Page, I'll try that. There it is, LinkedIn tab for Pages. And it tells you how many people have installed it and what its rating is. Now, I would not worry if you are wondering, gee, nobody's ever used this or it only has a few users. If you install it and you don't like it, it's very simple to delete out of your Facebook page. So you can go ahead and test different ones and see how they work for you. I'm going to click it. And it brings you to an explanatory page for that app. Basically, it's showing you, well, if you're Barack Obama, this is what it would look like with his LinkedIn profile. And he does have a LinkedIn profile, which I thought was pretty funny, in your page. If you want to add this app to the page, you haven't added it to your page yet, you must come over here to the left and choose Add to My Page. If you choose Add to My Page's favorites, that's just like adding, any other Facebook page to your favorite page. It makes no sense. And it's so crazy, the language they're using here. The one that you want is Add to My Page. Which page do you want to add it to? I'll add it to my Bliss number 5 page. Okay, that's it. Click Close. And now let's go to our Bliss number 5 page. And you'll see the app has been added right here on the left. It says LinkedIn. And if I go to Edit Page and go down to Apps, you'll see it also appear in this list. If I want to go back to the Applications page to read more information about it, sometimes the application pages have discussions or help files. I can do that, or I can edit the settings. But instead, I know that this LinkedIn tab is a very simple one. All I need to do is come over here and click LinkedIn, and it prompts me for my public LinkedIn profile, which I already have queued up over here. I'll just put the one in for Anne-Marie Concepcion. Copy it, come back over here, and paste. Save. For some reason, it refreshed to Barack Obama. Let's go back to Bliss number 5 page and see if it has updated yet. There it is. Now it works. Now when users come by to my Facebook page, they can not only learn about the business, but they can learn about me by clicking on the LinkedIn tab. And there are thousands of apps that you can add down here. Once you have added an app, you can click the Edit button, and then you'll see little X's that let you remove apps or even drag them to change their order. So if I want the LinkedIn app to be at the top, then I just do that. Now let's say that you want to remove that app, that you change your mind. How do you remove an app? Let's reload the Bliss number 5 page. Go to Edit Page, Apps, and simply come over here and click the X. Are you sure you want to remove it? Please remove. That's all there is to it. We go back to our page, and the app is gone. So don't forget to check out the rich world of page apps for your Facebook page. They add a lot of functionality.